Welcome aboard, it's Captain G with turn 4. We start the turn with the Soviets having initiative and snow, but spoiler alert, General Winter changed sides this battle. In the north, the Soviet Air Force and Army Group had two options, and they chose not to use either one of them. The Soviet Air Force could have come all the way down to the south and strategically bombed the supply and rail depots for the Axis, but that would have put their only two bombers at risk, and ultimately Stalin said no. And there were only minor attacks for the Soviets, so really the initiative hurt the Soviets because then they could not react or counterattack to the Soviet moves. The Zhukov initiative, which was considered and voted no again by Stalin, was to take the 65th, move 1, 2, and to hit this space, which at the time was a massive buildup of supplies, including transports, airborne, and some infantry that was supporting the 2nd Panzer. They chose not to do that, and then when the German attack took place, the 2nd Panzers moved south, and the 4th Panzers moved across the river. Winter eliminates the river penalty for attack. So instead of attacking across a river into a city with a -2, the Germans only had the city penalty. So the 4th Panzer was able to crush the vaunted 49th Soviets army, and this is all that survived. But most importantly, the Hail Mary Pass, that transport with 2 airborne units flew all the way down to Baku to capture this strategic objective. If they hold it for one turn, the game's over. To support that move, the Germans sent strategic bombers and tactical bombers to cut the rail lines so the Soviets couldn't rail in and their non-combat any forces down to this area and then attack Baku. The bombers missed. The tactical bombers did destroy the rails, so there was an opening. However, the Germans also destroyed the fuel in this zone. So the rail survived. There were military units, but no fuel. So even if they moved the tanks down here in non-combat, come turn 5, there'll be no fuel to move them into Baku. So that basically means the war is over. And with the amazing 7 victory points, paltry 7 victory points, we think that there's not anything the Soviets can do. We're stopping before the non-combat phase, so non-combat movements, strategic rail movements are still an option for the Soviets, but unless we can find a solution, we're going to end the game at this point. A surprise ending for sure. Of course, Goering is taking credit for the brilliant strategy, but it wasn't his idea. So this is Captain G thanking my son, the Eggman, for playing Barbarossa with me in this, our first game together. We learned a lot, had a lot of fun. Highly recommend the game. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, tips? If you played this before, how did your game end? Let us know. We'd love to hear your comments. For now, and possibly for good, this is Captain G with Barbarossa, over and out.